This is going to solve about 90% of the reasons that most of you guys are raising your hands and asking for help. Not that I don't want to talk to you. I just I want to make sure we're doing things in the most efficient way possible. So first thing that goes wrong, if we go into here, our Python run, and there's usually a problem in here somewhere. Okay, some of you guys are not using, if you read the directions carefully, you'll know that this is supposed to be your actual username that you log into the computer with. Okay, it's not going to be your first name dot your last name. It would be more like, if we're using my name as an example, right, it would be more like that last name, first initial, and then the last four numbers of your student ID, right? So make sure you have that. And also, some of you guys left the brackets in like that. Make sure you didn't do that. Okay? And then if all goes well, that should. And the other thing is, make sure you save it. Save, and then click OK, and you should get the hello world. The other thing that some people did, and let me, hopefully this will come right in here. Okay, let's go into downloads. So you have this zip file, the Notepad++ portable in your downloads, right? Some of you tried to be fancy and went extract all here and extracted it to the desktop. That's not going to work, because what happens is it creates this folder, right? And that extracts okay, but it buries it inside of another folder, and it screws up the file path. So don't do it that way. What you want to do is double click on this guy, go inside of the zip folder, and drag this singular folder out of there onto your desktop. Are you guys with me so far? Okay, so once we have that, you go in here, and we should open up from here with the Notepad++ portable. Then you can pin it to your taskbar and any of the other stuff that you want to do. Not really much that goes on with problems like that beyond that. So if it's not even compiling at all and it's just erroring out immediately, 90% of the time that's the problem. The other thing I wanted to let you know, some of you guys are moving on to the lab. If you're moving on to the lab, what you want to do is create a new Python file. Okay? So what we're going to do is create a new file the same way we created the old file. We're going to do a new text document, and we'll just call it ASCII, and I'll call it .py. Make sure you get the lowercase in there, right? And then once you create that new one, you can just drag it into Notepad++ right on top. Same thing when we do the part 2 of that. You can put both of your ASCII art images in there, or actually your name or whatever. So we have the ASCII art, right? And then you have your name as well. Actually, just make this one name.py. Probably a better idea. That way you can differentiate between those two. Make sense? That's 90% of the errors right there.